Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, during mass action, we saw police officers going to an extent of throwing tear gas in schools. In fact, not only in school, to some extent in classrooms. And this happened in Nairobi at a school called Kihumbi Primary, a school that has more than 1,400 learners. Then another school in Nakuru County, it also happened. These are a few incidents that were able to be captured on camera. The question is, what about other schools where this incident were not recorded? Can you tell exactly what happened there? In fact, to some extent, in some of these schools, the officers managed to break the main gate. They entered the school, forced teachers to go on their knees in front of children. You know, you enter a school, you have a gun, then the fear in the small children who are, these are toddlers. So, CS for Education, Ezekiel Machogo, decided to go and visit Kihumbi Primary School, that's in Nairobi County, and he issued a statement. If you listen to Machogo's statement, you will be surprised. He is now trying to shift a blame from police officers and putting on the peaceful and armed demonstrators. So Machogo was asked a question about the manner in which police are conducting themselves to an extent of using tear gas on learners. And this is his response. Tear gas inapatikana kwa compound ya shule. Listen to him very carefully. We have information that the tear gas canister was not lobbied into the school, but outside. Some nutty person decided to pick it and throw it into school compound. This is Machogo. Just look at that. This is the kind of leadership we have in this country. You cannot come out and say the truth. Some of those videos have been restricted by YouTube, but I could have shared them here. Many people have shared on YouTube until YouTube now is restricting because now it is involving children. And children and YouTube, there is aggression and all those other things. And I'm not to talk big and duru. YouTube in a scale sauti in a flag out. But I can tell you, and you have seen them because we shared earlier on the previous analysis, there's no any reasonable doubt that police officers tear gassed learners. They were throwing tear gas in school compound knowingly. We saw children fainting. When you throw a tear gas in a classroom where there is no proper air ventilation, what do you expect? This tear gas is poisonous, especially when it is thrown in a closed condition. It can kill someone. No wonder we are seeing children fainting, being rushed to hospital. A teacher is still nursing a wound from Kihumbi Primary School. If Machogo is talking about a nutty person picking the tear gas and throwing to the school compound, what about the officers that we played there in the previous video who are breaking the school compound main gate? And this one was because this one is PP1, PP2 and baby. These are literally toddlers. They entered the compound and forced the teacher to go on his knees. Now, UNICEF is raising concern as far as the involvement of police officers in matters to do with the handling children is concerned, and I want us to go through it. But before we go deep into that, just a quick request for those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, this is what UNICEF is saying here. UNICEF expressed deep concern for children's safety following protests in Nairobi and other parts of Kenya. And this is what they're saying there. Nairobi, Kenya, July 13, 2023. UNICEF is deeply concerned about the safety of well-being of children in Nairobi and various regions of Kenya in aftermath of recent protests. The report of children being exposed to tear gas and other danger present in large crowd are alarming. We appeal to all involved parties to undertake necessary measures to ensure the safety and the protection of children. Children should never be exposed to harm, and their fundamental right to education must be safeguarded. UNICEF remain committed to working tirelessly in partnership with the local and national entities to secure the well-being of children across Kenya. Now, this is a department of this is UNICEF Department of Children. So, whatever the government of Kenya is doing is being watched careful by the international community. They are seeing what Ruto is being able to do, the involvement of police officers in matters to do handling children during demonstrations. What has emerged very clear, and just put a connection of this letter to what the United Nations wrote to the government of Kenya. They have largely condemned police officers and the William Ruto government. They are also asking them to protect the people who are going to demonstrate on Wednesday, on Thursday, and on Friday. Wamewaambia, protect demonstrators and the properties. No use of live bullet on the demonstrators. The excesses must be stopped. Now, the Department of Children is coming in. Ruto has no mercy for children. If he had mercy, the time that Machogu went to Kihumbi Primary School in Nairobi, he would have issued a statement to apologize on the excesses of police in matters to do tear gassing young learners. Instead of apologizing, Machogu is shifting a blame, meaning this is what Ruto has told him. You go and say this. So, at all, no apology. No apology to the children who have suffered in that school. No apology to the parents, the owners of the children, mothers and fathers of these children. No apology to the teachers who are in line of duty being tear gassed by police officers. No apology at all. It is all about shifting a blame. Kama kuna waandamaji wenye walikuwa wanarudisha tear gas, hakuna waandamaji wenye alirudisha tear gas kwa wanafunzi ama shule. Their focus was on the people who are throwing this tear gas to them. So walikuwa wanarudisha kwa polisi. Hiyo ndio kitu tunajua. They were sending it back to the sender. Return it back to the sender. Si mahali pengine. Hakuna mahali waandamanaji walichukua tear gas wakarusha kwa shule. Their focus was on the police officers who were using excess force. So Machogu is coming to lay a ground of lies. They don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to take a blame. They want to shift it. Hata imebakia kidogo waseme ya kwamba Raila ndiye alileta tear gas kwa shule. Hiyo ndio kitu imebaki tu sasa. But UNICEF is telling them the right of children must be respected. We should not endanger the children when people are demonstrating. Remember, children were just in school. But rogue police officers decided to direct their anger on these toddlers in classroom. Polisi wamekuwa wakifanya tu matendo ya kijambazi. Yaani wamekuwa majambazi tu. They are rogue officers. Because a police officer, well-trained police officers in line of duty, the first thing that will come to your mind is to protect these young lives. Anza na watoto. Au hata kwa jamii, hata kwa watu na akili zao. Unajua mtoto anakuwa protected everywhere and anywhere. Hawa police officer wako na akili nzuri kweli. So a warning is here, and Ruto is being watched very carefully. Before you go and issue other statement concerning life and all those other things, where is humanity in Kenya? It is only a dictator that can allow young children to be tear gassed by police officers. It is only a dictator who can allow police officer to forcefully break into a school compound and go and threaten teachers, forcing them to kneel before learners. It's only a dictator who can allow that. It is only a dictator who can come and shift a blame rather than taking responsibility and apologizing. It's only a dictator. But if we have a responsible president, first of all, he will take a blame. He will apologize. And he will work to ensure that this is not repeating. But as long as we have someone who is not ready to take a responsibility, he wants to shift it, it means they are only saying one thing. They are confidently prepared to continue with this kind of heinous act. Ukiona mtu anaomba msamaha, jua tu ako na mpango ya kuendelea na hiyo mambo. So Ruto is telling Kenya that he is not going to stop. Our children are not safe, even in school and even at home. They are prepared to continue tear gassing our own children using taxpayers' money that has bought this tear gas. But UNICEF is saying, we are watching you, stop excesses, protect children. Otherwise, unajua Azimio walisema wanapeleka watu wa ICC. It looked like a joke. They wrote to prosecutor to send investigators here. There could be a possibility that we have already a team from ICC within this country who are collecting information. Remember, Raila Odinga, through a press briefing of Azimio, has asked Kenyans to start now collecting information. Wamesema saizi, they are calling for citizen journalism, or can we call it citizen journalism? That means anyone who has a smartphone or a way of recording activities and what is going on, do recording and air it out. Weka kwa TikTok, weka kwa WhatsApp groups, weka kwa Facebook, weka kwa YouTube, any platform where you belong. Just record and air it. People will get it and they will be sharing it. So he's calling upon citizen journalism. Kila mtu uingie pale. That is meant to share this information and to expose these people and what they are doing. Remember, we saw Raila Odinga going to hospital. Akiingia kwa hiyo hospitali tu hivi pap. Ile kitu yenye iko pale ni wanahabari wakati wanaingia pale wanachukua habari sababu wanaona watu vile wako na vile wameumizwa. Kabla wa jamaa wakuja wapiga kelele waseme kwamba sijua watu wanafanya watu wanauawa. Ni nini iliua watu? Ilikuwa ni risasi ya polisi ama ilikuwa ni risasi ya Azimio? Gachagua anapiga kelele ni kama anajua kitu anaongea na kumbe anaongea tu uongo mtupu. So the world is watching this regime. Ruto has been going outside and trying to lecture people as if he understands governance, as if he will be one of the best president, to show by example how governance should be. Today he has been exposed as one of the worst ever example, even in Africa, to tear gas babies, toddlers.